How you doing, guys? Welcome to another video. And what a start of the second part of the bull run. Oh my goodness, I mean, everything is blowing up. Just the charts are just going crazy. Bitcoin almost hit all-time highs this week, and everything is going nuts. And that's why I want to make this video, because I want to tell you exactly what moves I have done, and just to position myself to just get the best return in this bull market. So before, I want to start with something here. We see that Will Clemente just he tweeted something about the Bitcoin ETF inflows. So he said that absolutely Bitcoin ETF has blown goals out of the water, not even close, utterly dwarfed, decimated. Thanks for playing. Pretty much this is, as you can see, this is the gold flow for the ETF, and just like that, this is the Bitcoin ETF flow. I mean, it's just out of the water. I mean, it's just crazy just how this thing is just pretty much ripping, and that's why it almost hit all-time highs this week. So anyways, the first gold ETF, continuing with the news, took more than 2 years to accumulate $10 billion. BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF just took 7 weeks to accumulate $10 billion. That tells you right there exactly what the market wants, and exactly what the people is saying. I mean, the market is saying that they want more Bitcoin and more Bitcoin and more Bitcoin. And guess what? BlackRock, Fidelity, all these asset managers, that's what they're giving them. That's why we see massive inflows in the Bitcoin ETF. And that doesn't stop there, because the new Bitcoin ETF, because Bitcoin inflows to accumulation address that never have spent Bitcoin reach all-time highs. And all this is just 46 days away from the Bitcoin halving. So all these massive parabolic bull run, this that happened the 26th of Feb, we're on the Bitcoin chart at the hour. So these massive increase of 25%, which is nothing, to be honest with you, in Bitcoin. But anything else, if you look at it for the regular market, this is massive. So that's why people want more Bitcoin, and they're selling this like it's water in the desert. But anyways, let's stop talking about Bitcoin, because we're not talking about Bitcoin in this video. We're talking about all the altcoin moves that I've made just to position myself in this bull market. And if you look at it, we can see that today in Banter Bubbles, we can see that, for example, WIF is almost 21% up. Pepe is almost 34% up. What else? Bonk is almost 9%. Even Doge is almost 8%. Floki is almost 9%. So you can see a little trend here that memes are reigning the market. Well, it's easy because the retail investor, they they don't want to do research like us. They just want to ape in and then just make the most money the fastest way and then buy out. That's all they want to do. And believe it or not, the easiest way for them is just to ape into a meme coin of a dog with a hat. That's why WIF has done 21%. Pepe has done 34%. I mean, this month alone, Pepe has done 532%, and WIF has done 524%. And that's without counting all the other narratives like AI, Deepen, or any other narratives that are pretty much very straightforward, and they're not like super hard on research and just fundamentals. It's just to scrape the surface. But anyways, like I said, let's go into what I have for this bull market. All right, so layer 1, I have just 3 altcoins, and that's going to be Sol, because Sol has shown the crypto community that doesn't matter what happened to them, and yes, they're very centralized, and they're not as reliable as Ethereum, because yes, they sometimes still outages happen, but Sol has shown the crypto community that this blockchain has a position in the market. So that's why Sol is my number 1. Sei and Tia are my second and third option. And then for layer 2, I'm gonna go with Stacks, because Stacks is the layer 2 on the Bitcoin blockchain, and this bull run is being filled up by institutions that just want to ape into Bitcoin. And yes, a lot of people might say this is time for Polygon or for Matic, this time is for Arbitrum, for Optimism. Well, once again, this is what I'm doing for myself in this portfolio, and that doesn't have to be you. I mean, remember, I'm just some guy that makes YouTube videos about crypto, about finance, nothing else. I mean, you don't have to follow my advice. You can take my word with a grain of salt and do your own research. Always do your own research. All right, so oracles, because it's a very hot narrative. This is what I'm gonna have for oracles. Link, which is the grandfather of oracles. It's just banks and other institutions are just coming forward, announcing that they have partnership, or they have partnered with Link because of their technology, and also Pith, because Pith is the oracle on not only Solana but other chains too, but it mainly came or started in Solana, so I know the Solana narrative is gonna run hard. So those 2 oracles are my main choices for that category. In staking, honestly, I just have Jito, because yes, you probably already know by now that I'm going in all in Solana. Hey, I mean, Solana has once again proved themselves, and it has proved wrong a lot of people, even myself, when I used to, not talk not too many good things about Solana. But anyways, Jito had a great airdrop. It kind of like it bumped one of the parts of the Solana bull run. So definitely Jito is my option for the staking category. In the DEX category, I'm going with Orca and Jupiter. Orca because it's one of the Solana DEXs that has very good team behind it, and Jupiter because of the hype that there's behind it. They had recently had an airdrop. It wasn't as big as the Jito airdrop, but they moved the markets. And Jupiter, if they did that little thing with their airdrop, just imagine when that altcoin season hits and people are just aping in on all these altcoins. All right, for perpetuals, I have two that have not coming out with tokens, and there's Avo and Drift. Avo because Avo is the closest thing that there is to an actual centralized exchange that has perpetuals. It looks just like Bybit, or it looks just like Binance. Any centralized exchange, the UI is completely user-friendly. And Drift because it's the perpetuals and or on Solana, and it has a very great potential. For the deeping category, I'm gonna go with File, with Render and Nosana. File is been having a run lately, and it has a lot of people, a lot of interesting people, and a lot of important people behind it. So I definitely gonna go for it because of that. And it's been around. I mean, it hasn't been around forever, but it's been around, and their team are a good team. Render is Render. I mean, Render has partnership with everyone. Everyone and their mom is a partner of Render. So they have the connections. So Render is one of the coins that I'm definitely heavy in this bull market. And Nosana, Nosana is kind of like a GPU render style on the Solana network. Once again, we coming back to this Solana narrative, and yes, because Solana is, I truly believe that Solana is going to be big this bull market. Well, that's why I chose also Nosana. All right, another category is gaming, and for gaming I have only two, and I know gaming is going to be big this bull market, just like it was at the end of last bull market. But this bull market is going to be very important, and it's going to be Super and on Cage. Super because of everything that Elliott Trades represents. Elliott Trades has worked hard with their brand, with his brand, and with Super. And also they just made a great partnership with one of the studios that is going to release a massive game that, you know, it looks good even for a regular game, let alone for a blockchain game. And on Cage, because of the marketing, it started with monkey balls, but now it's just everything. They have games on them, and they have the original, which is of course Monkey Ball, which is a very interesting game. It's just soccer, but you play is like street soccer, and they have people or really interesting athletes like Paulo Dybala behind it. So gaming chain, you can't go wrong with Immutable X and Beam. Beam has shown that it can run, and it definitely has the potential. So Beam it's in my portfolio, and also Immutable X, because everything that has Immutable X. I mean, these people are the render of the gaming chain. I mean, they have made partners with everyone and their mom. So why not have Immutable X on your portfolio? I don't understand if you don't have it. For launchpads, I'm gonna go only one, which is CD5. CD5. Once again, it's mainly a gaming launchpad, but yes, you can see that I only pick Super, Uncaged, Immutable X, and Beam for the gaming category, but also I chose a launchpad which is focused on gaming. So when you have CD5s, you can stake it on their platform, and that gives you the edge when they do ICOs. So when they do ICOs, so that, in 2 words, that gives you exposures to new tokens and new games before anybody else. So that's a great way to make money in this bull market. For gambling, I will go with Rollbit, because Rollbit alone, because Rollbit has shown their marketing. I mean, Rollbit is a platform that works, and you can, like, if you watch international games, like if you watch European soccer or any other games from abroad, you can see the marketing of Rollbit on the game. So that means that their team is actually serious about having their brand be new. Meme, I'm gonna have meme as last, because this is the category that it's been growing the most. So real world assets, I'm going for Ondo and LCX. Those two are just protocols that help institutions just create or tokenize assets from the real world. So everything that has to do with Flink and all his idea that assets should be tokenized, this is the category right here. And Ondo actually is partnered with BlackRock, so that's a good choice right here. For storage, I'm going for Arway and Sia. Arway has performed extremely well last bull market, and this bull market is expected to do at least double of what they did last bull market. And not only because of their technology, but also because the new announcement that they just did not too long ago, where they have, instead of they can like revolutionize the blockchain, because instead of just having a blockchain of data, you can kind of like have like a modular block where you have different blocks or different data, and of course this solves a lot of scalability issues and a lot of speed issues. So that if if you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna link it in the description below, so you can take a look at it. And SIA, because SIA is once again the storage for Solana. So definitely going for the Solana narrative, or the Solana network, because I'm a true believer that Solana, if you ever use Solana and use something else, you definitely know that Solana it's a good blockchain. And AI, second to last, is going to be FED and AGIX. FED has had a run. It definitely has definitely can pump, but AGIX I chose just because AGIX market cap is not as big as Fed market cap. I think it's half. Don't quote me on this, but it's definitely not as high as Fed's market cap, which also say that it can pump even harder in a real altcoin season. So the category that has made millions these last days, these couple of days, and these are the ones that I have with Pepe and Trump. With, like I said, retail wants to ape in, and yes, they probably remember Doge, they probably remember Shiba. I still have people saying, yeah, Shiba is pumping, when I haven't heard anything about Shiba for at least a year and a half or 2 years. So yes, that's all they remember from the last bull market, Shiba and Doge. But now they have another dog with a hat, which is even funnier. So I mean, you can't go wrong with that dog with a hat. Come on. So that's why people are aping in. And let me tell you something. This is not even retail, like regular retail investors, because WIF is not on a tier 1 centralized exchange. I don't think it's on Binance, definitely not on Coinbase. So if you want WIF, you have to either go on chain or go into one of those MEX or iBit or Bybit or Gate.io, things like that. So it's definitely not on a tier 1 exchange. Pepe is the same thing. Pepe is just full degen going in to make a quick buck, and MAGA or Trump is the and yes, there is meme coin called Trump and has pumped. And let me tell you why. Because remember, it's election season, it's election year, and every time, if you look at the chart, every time that there's a primary or something and Trump wins, the people just ape into the meme coin. So let me show you here so you can see. This is on the 4 hour. This thing is not stopping. I mean, it has its lows, but it's just continues to go. So, and it seems that doesn't want to stop. I mean, like, look at this chart. It's like parabolic, you know. You have other charts that are not as interesting as this one. So definitely at least an eye or do a research on this coin, on Trump MAGA. And of course, don't forget to do your own research, because at the end of the day, it's your money, and I'm just a guy on YouTube that just do crypto videos and videos about finance. In the meantime, you know what to do. If you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who might need this information. Don't forget that you are loved. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Peace.